Yes, that director's cut. My video recording hardware glitched again and lost the recording of my first trip to Caustic Caverns. I tried just running through all the areas again with the same character and pointing out where I had done things, but that didn't seem like a satisfactory solution. I had a level 30 character from a past game who had never been to Caustic Caverns, so because my original run through for this video was pretty easy, I gave the substitute character just a Kerblaster and a launcher, which was about all I had used on the video run through before. I figured that since she was several levels higher, it should be even easier. However, the critters in this session were many times harder and more numerous, even though I was playing the substitute character in normal mode and not true Vault Hunter mode. I think that it may have been harder because the substitute had already killed Jack. Because the critters were so much harder to kill, it wasn't long before I ran out of ammo and could not find enough to replenish my weapons. So once I ran completely out, I had to start over, at which time I geared up the character a lot better. Later, after I went back to Sanctuary and saved, I came back with my original character to farm blue, and even though I was only 2 levels below this substitute character, the opposition was much easier. You may notice some inconsistencies due to combining multiple playthroughs. I felt like the most important goal was to patch things together so that it would appear in the normal and easiest to follow sequence, which in this case was not always the order in which they were played. I apologize for the mess up, and hopefully it won't happen again. Yeah, right. This challenge is called Down the Rabbit Hole. You just jump in and you get reincarnated here. You may be able to save quick continue and save the rematerialization fee, but then you would have to fight a bunch of characters again. So it's up to you. It's not bad either way. Prior to the rabbit hole, hopefully you noticed that we found a vault symbol, and we also went into the Sugar Shack, I believe it's called, just before going down the rabbit hole. This is the level 30 already killed Jack character. But things don't really get tough until we get down to Caustic Caverns. And then every time you turn around, there's a Crystalisk stepping on your foot. And the ammo goes quickly. The challenges for Sanctuary Hole have been completed, as you can see, and now we go up to Caustic Caverns and get these new exciting challenges. And now the fun begins. That character wasn't too hard to bring down. Neither was that one. In my original playthrough that I lost, there was only about a third as many of these Crystalisks, and just a couple of shots with the Blaster would kill them, but now I'm having to fire 3 times as many shots into 3 times as many Crystalisks. That is not a recipe for success. Meanwhile, I'm trying to find a bubble that will take me up where I want to go, and these things do not run on a schedule. But the bubble is for the blowing bubbles challenge. And you have to walk into one and let it carry you or blow you up onto the top of the overpass. Meanwhile, while you're waiting for one, the Crystalisks are not waiting. Come on, Bubbles. There we go. Mission accomplished. Old Blue here can drop a legendary Tortoise Shield, which is pretty much worthless, I think, except for the couple of challenges you have to do here in this ocean of corrosive ooze. But he didn't drop it this time. And you can't farm him without going back to Sanctuary and saving. So I will do that later. Now, in case you don't want to do all this farming for Blue, and I wouldn't blame you for the shield, I'm bringing back in the original character, doing the Can't Feel a Thing challenge. And the challenge is you have to withstand 30 seconds in the ooze, in the corrosive ooze. And I just have a regular shield on, and you keep an eye on it going down, and just before it hits bottom you back out and then wait for it to recharge and then do that again. And in this particular case, it takes about 10 seconds before you have to back out. So you do that 3 times and you've spent 30 seconds in the ooze and you pass the challenge. Now out there in the distance is an island that there's a hidden challenge to get to. You can't do it with the gear we have now. So now the substitute character has put on the Tortoise Shield, which the regular character got when farming Blue, and will run out to the island. Now the problem is, as the caption says, you can only run half as fast in the Tortoise Shield, hence the name. But the nice thing is, once the Tortoise Shield loses its charge, then you can run twice as fast. And so even though it looks like we're never going to make it, Now we kick into double time and we make it fine. Another thing which I didn't think of doing at the time is that if you're a necromancer, you can have Death Trap follow along behind you, and assuming you've picked the right options, he will recharge your shields once they get low. So you could probably do it with any sufficiently large shield and Death Trap helping out. I don't know if this was the brightest idea or not, but I thought I could save some time by going back this way instead of the direction I came from. Never thinking about whether or not I'd be able to get out once I got over there. But at least this time I have Death Trap recharging my batteries for me every now and then. And nope, can't get there. Fortunately I got out there, but I got out right into the arms of a thresher. And did I mention I don't have any ammo? Desperately looking for ammo. Not finding much. Normally I'd go through here and kill all these critters. There's some iridium around and stuff, but right now I'm just grabbing the echo and going. This shack that we're coming up on, which has ammo and stuff inside, if you go to the left, you go past where the cart mission is and can pick that up. If you go to the right, you get a shortcut over to where the cart is. And because I'd already been this way with the other character and gotten the cart mission, I forgot that I don't have it for this character. So I took the shortcut and then was faced with having to go get the mission. Can't do anything without those Crystalisks getting on my case. But right around the corner from that echo is where the last vault symbol is. Or not the last one, the first one actually. I'm hoping there's ammo inside. If not, I'm using up a lot of launcher ammo on this dumb stuff. and all I get is junk. I love the Kerr Blaster that it uses 4 rounds per shot. And when you're down to your last few rounds, that's not something you want to deal with. So I decided to try to melee this Crystalisk, but I don't think I'm going to be able to melee the threshers that come up next. My Kerr Blaster's already out of ammo. And then I realized I don't have the cart mission. And all I have to do to get it is cross this field of threshers. What could possibly go wrong? With no ammo, I forgot to mention. At least I have Death Trap sometimes. Ammo. 36 rounds, it's 9 shots. I'm already out again. Ammo, I need ammo. Of course, I opened up a dumpster and some critter crawls out. There was ammo in here, but somebody came in and cleaned out all the boxes. No ammo. Time to give up. Since I've completed all these challenges along here, I can just run by everything. Yeah, blue's not coming out. Yeah, how do you like me now with my Caustic Infinity? I don't need no stinking ammo. All right, I've got a level 31 B shield, which amplifies the damage of my weapons a lot more than the B shield I was wearing. You can see it's like plus 4,000 every time I take a shot, on top of damage of about 1,800. So this will make things much easier. Of course, the B shield only gives you the extra damage when the shield is fully charged, and these bugs keep taking it down. But I've got two things going for me here. One is that Death Trap will recharge my shields, and the other is that the shield itself has a very, very fast recharge rate, even though it's got a long delay. Once it starts recharging, it boost it up there very quickly. You don't want to pull this lever right here until after you go around and loot everything in the area, because once you pull it, all the Varkids are going to come running out. So it's better to do your looting in peace to make sure you don't miss anything.
Your menial victories with deep enlightened thought, but one must assume a deeper connection between...
Okay, the mission's completed. Went back to Sanctuary, turned it in. Now I'm back here to farm blue. You just run by everything. And once you've seen the route and how you run by everything, there's really not much point in playing this over and over and over and over to show getting the goodies. So I'm just showing this one time. And then we'll call it a day. The fabled tortoise has a very high capacity, but you move at half speed, as we've already seen. I farmed this a bunch and never got the legendary, which is really a cruddy weapon anyway, so I'm not going to spend any more time on it. This is what you do. You shoot these blockheads and look and see if they dropped anything. It's my understanding that they're pretty stingy. So long.